In this video, I will reveal the 3 assets you need to never work again. If you clicked this, you know there is a way out, but the exit isn't working harder. It isn't asking for a raise. The only way to unplug from the financial matrix is to stop being a consumer and start being an owner. Asset number 1 protects you from the system collapsing. Asset number 2 generates the cash flow to replace your salary in 6 months. And asset number 3 is the one 99% of people ignore. Yet, it is the only one that builds generational wealth without you lifting a finger. You need to stay until the end for this one, because without it, the first 2 will eventually fail. Welcome to the Sovereign Protocol. Initiating transmission. Asset number 1 is the Sovereign Vault. The first asset isn't to make you a millionaire tomorrow. It is to ensure you aren't poor the day after tomorrow. We live in a fiat money system. Central banks can print infinite money, which means your savings in the bank are worth less every second that ticks by. Asset number 1 must obey one sacred rule: no counterparty risk. This means if the bank closes, if the government collapses, or if there is a global crisis, you still hold your wealth. In 2026, the king of this asset class is Bitcoin. Wait, do not click off. I am not telling you to trade or buy dog meme coins. That is gambling. That is for the poor. I am talking about Bitcoin as unconfiscatable digital property. It is the only asset in the world that is truly scarce. There will only ever be 21 million, and you can transport it in your head across any border. If you have gold, it can be seized at an airport. If you have real estate, the government can tax it into oblivion. Bitcoin is the only asset that is truly yours. But there is a catch. Most people do it wrong. They buy Bitcoin on an app and leave it there. Fatal error. If it is on an app, it is not yours. It belongs to the app's bank. Here is the execution protocol for asset number 1. Step 1. Recurrent buy. Do not try to time the market. Set up an automatic weekly or monthly purchase. It doesn't matter if it is $50 or $500. The key is constant accumulation. Use platforms dedicated to buying and withdrawing. Avoid exchanges that tempt you to trade. Step 2. The extraction. This is the step that separates the tourists from the sovereigns. You must buy a hardware wallet. I recommend devices like Trezor, Ledger, or Cold Card. These are physical devices, disconnected from the internet. Step 3. The sanctuary. Move your funds from the app to your hardware wallet. When you set up your wallet, you will get 12 or 24 words. This is your master key. Warning: never take a photo of these words. Never type them into a computer. Write them on paper or stamp them into metal and hide them as if your life depended on it, because your financial freedom does depend on it. Immediate solution. This week, order your hardware wallet. Before you invest $1 more, secure the infrastructure. If you don't hold the keys, you don't own the asset. Period. Asset number 2 is the digital oil well. You have your security. Now you need cash flow. You need money coming in every month to pay for food, rent, and luxuries without clocking into a 9-to-5. The old school advice is to buy an apartment and rent it out. Let's be real. To make $1,000 net profit from an apartment, you need to invest $150,000 first. If you don't have that capital, that door is closed. In 2026, the asset with the highest return and lowest initial investment is not real estate, it is digital. I am referring to a monetizable audience or personal brand. Think about it. The biggest companies in the world like Google or Meta do not sell oil or gold. They sell attention. You can own a small plot of that attention. Asset number 2 is building your own media system. Specifically, a newsletter or a niche community. Why? Because a YouTube channel can ban you. Instagram can delete your account. But an email list is an asset you legally own. No algorithm can stop you from sending an email to your subscribers. Here is the execution protocol to build this asset from scratch, even if you have 0 experience. Step 1. Identify a pain, not a passion. People don't pay for your passions, they pay you to solve their problems. Are you better at Excel than the average person? Do you know how to lose weight? Do you know how to use AI tools? That is your niche. Step 2. The lead magnet. Create a simple PDF, a short video, or a template that solves one specific problem for that niche. Give it away for free in exchange for their email address. Step 3. Flow automation. Use tools like Beehive or ConvertKit. Set up an automatic email sequence. In Day 1, deliver the free gift. Day 2, add value. Day 3, offer a product. Do no. Step 4. The digital product. Do not sell your time. Sell a product that is made once and sold 1,000 times. An ebook, a recorded course, or a subscription. Immediate solution. Your task today is to define what problem you can solve. Open a free account on a newsletter platform. Your goal is to get your first 10 subscribers this week. This asset, once it grows, is like an oil well. It pumps money while you sleep because the internet never closes. Asset number 3 is the Phantom Landlord. We arrive at the third asset, the one that completes the trifecta. You have security, you have workflow. Now you need stability and pure passive income. This is where real estate comes in, but not the way your grandparents did it. The problem with buying a house to rent is that it becomes a second job. Tenants who don't pay, broken pipes, taxes, lawyers. It is slow, it is expensive, and it is local. The sovereign protocol demands efficiency. In 2026, the solution is tokenized real estate or high-yield REITs. Real-world asset tokenization allows you to buy fractions of luxury properties in Miami, Dubai, or Europe, starting from $50. Through the blockchain, you receive your share of the rent directly into your digital wallet, every day or week. No calling the plumber, no dealing with tenants. You become a phantom landlord. You own the land, you collect the rent, but nobody knows who you are, and you manage nothing. If you prefer the traditional route, use the stock market to buy REITs. These are companies that own thousands of properties and are required by law to pay out 90% of their taxable income to you, the shareholder, as dividends. Here is the execution protocol. Step 1. Geographic diversification. Do not bet everything on your home country. You need assets that pay you in strong currencies like dollars or euros. Step 2. The 4% to 8% rule. Look for assets that yield a dividend between 4% and 8% annually. If they promise you 20%, it is a scam or high risk. If they give you 1%, you lose to inflation. The 4 to 8% range is the sweet spot of sustainable wealth. Step 3. Automatic reinvestment. This is the key to infinite wealth. Every dollar you generate with asset number 2, inject it here, and every dividend asset number 3 pays you, use it to buy more of asset number 3. This creates an unstoppable snowball effect. Immediate solution. Research tokenized real estate platforms, or open an international brokerage account to buy dividend ETFs. The goal is to buy your first digital brick before the month ends. There you have it. The sovereign protocol trifecta. 1. Bitcoin in self-custody so no one can destroy your wealth. 2. A digital system to generate massive income without selling your time. 3. Tokenized real estate so money works for you eternally. Most people spend their lives chasing a higher salary. That is running on a hamster wheel. You must build these 3 pillars. It might take you 6 months or 3 years, but once the trifecta is complete, the game is over. You win. You are free. The question isn't whether this works. The math proves it does. The question is whether you have the discipline to execute it, or if you are going to go back to watching cat videos and complaining about your boss on Monday morning. The choice is yours. If you are ready to execute step 1, subscribe and activate the notification bell. In the next video, I will teach you exactly how to set up asset number 2 in record time. This is the Sovereign Protocol. Transmission ended.